Assalamualaikum and a very good morning everyone. Welcome to our quarterly audit committee meeting for our company, Kayu Craft Sdn Bhd. Before we dive into the core discussion, can we confirm that we have met our quorum?
Yes, Ms. Anis, all members are present and accounted for. We have a quorum.
Excellent. Thank you, Farah. Let's proceed with our agenda today, which is comprehensive, covering findings from the internal audit across several critical operational areas of Kayu Craft, particularly focusing on our ongoing effort to enhance efficiency, quality, and cost management. Farah, would you kindly kick us off with the initial observation regarding production flow?
Certainly, Ms. Anis, we have assessed the control around production flow and progress. Our overarching objective was to confirm that key information on production orders is recorded accurately and immediately, providing real-time visibility.
That's crucial for operational efficiency, especially with growing demand. So, what were the specific control activities implemented by management to achieve this, and what were your findings?
For the production flow, management has implemented a cloud-based system tracking. Supervisors have been trained to enter data directly at each production stage, which is assembly and finishing. The system also sends out automatic alerts if there are any delays. As part of our test of control, we inspected 25 completed orders to check if updates were made promptly. We also did walkthrough and interviews with 3 production supervisors and Encik Rahman. Overall, we saw the system being used effectively. However, there were some initial teething issues noted with consistent real-time data entry during peak periods.
Farah, regarding the production flow, you mentioned some teething issue with real-time entry during busy time. Did your walkthrough give any insight into the cause? Was it a training issue or is the system slowing down under pressure?
That's a great question, Aisha. Based on our inquiries, it seems to be more about training, especially for newer supervisors who might still be getting used to the system. It wasn't due to any system lag or any performance issue, so we are suggesting a short refresher training for them.
Got it. So, just a few minor inconsistencies in data entry during busy period. Thanks, Farah. Aisha, over to you for the manual inventory logbook check.
Okay, for inventory, our main goal was to ensure that Kayucraft records stay accurate and reliable, and that the physical stock match the system. The company has a proper cycle counting policy in place. They assign a trained counting team who use handheld scanner linked directly to their digital system. We reviewed 50 recent cycle count report and found that the physical count mostly matched the digital record. When we look at the discrepancy report, large differences were properly investigated. However, for smaller discrepancies, the documentation of root causes wasn't always detailed. From our observation and discussion, staff were following the scanning procedure well and the counting team operated independently. Still, some warehouse staff mentioned that they appreciate clearer guidelines on how to record minor discrepancy properly.
So, moving on to quality control, could you continue to share your findings on the final product quality expansion only, the control objective? This is quite vital for our product reputation.
Yes, Miss Anis. The control objective here was to make sure quality checks are just done at the end, but throughout the production process to reduce rework and waste. Management has implemented a stage gate quality control system with checkpoint after cutting, after assembly, and just before final finishing. Each checkpoint is staffed by trained QC inspector and they are required to complete a digital in-process quality checklist with mandatory sign-off.
So, how effective was this new quality checkpoint in practice? What did your testing show?
We inspected 20 digital checklists and found that all required checks were performed and signed off, which show good compliance. We also traced report defect and saw that resolution were generally handled well. During our production floor observation, we confirmed that batch was being held at checkpoint if they had not passed the previous quality stage, which is a significant improvement. Our inquiry with Chia Alia and production supervisor revealed a clear understanding of the stage gate process and the training received. One small area for improvement would be to reinforce the habit of including clear photo evidence for all defects as it wasn't always consistent.
Aisha, on the stage gate quality control, do you find whether the quality criteria and tolerance limit were clearly understood and applied by all inspectors, or were there some inconsistency?
Okay, that's a good question, Aina. While the quality criteria and tolerance limit were documented and shared with the team, our inquiries showed that different inspectors sometimes interpret the tolerance limit slightly different. That's one of the reasons we emphasize using consistent photo evidence. It helps set a visual standard for what counts as acceptable and unacceptable. It also serves as a useful reference during future training.
Excellent, Aisha. It's reassuring to hear about the effectiveness of the stage gate approach. Finally, Aina, on the financial side, could you detail your assessment of the delay manual costing process and the improvement that has been made?
Certainly, Ms. Anis, the control objective here was to ensure that production order costing is complete, accurate, and timely, something that was previously affected by a 1 to 2 weeks delay due to the manual process. To address this, management implemented a fully integrated ERP system with a production costing module linked to inventory level tracking and production system to automate costing. The goal was to update the cost ledger within 24 hours of order completion.
And what were your findings regarding the success of this new ERP system in timely and accurate costing?
We test 50 production order from the ERP cost ledger and found the cost calculation to be high accurate. They match our independent calculations. When we inspect ERP generate cost report over 1 month, we saw the costs were consistently post within 24 hours after each order was complete, which is a big speed improvement. The new report also provides more detailed breakdown compared to the old manual system. From our data analysis and discussion with the team, we found that his role has shifted towards reviewing cost variance and preparing strategic report. This has allowed for faster pricing decision and better profitability analysis. The ERP system has also helped management quickly spot any cost overruns or saving, which supports more agile decision making.
That's fantastic news, Aina. In your inquiry with Encik Lim, did he mention any issues during the switch from the manual to the ERP, like challenges to data migration or team members adapting to the new system?
Yes, Farah, Encik Lim did mention there was some initial resistance, especially from staff who were used to the manual way of doing things. But with strong training session and clear demos of how the ERP saves time and reduce manual work, most team members quickly got on board. There was a few hiccups during the data migration process, but the IT team handled it efficiently and made sure everything transferred smooth.
That's very positive news, Aina. It sounds like the ERP implementation has been a major success in improving financial visibility and decision making. Thank you all for your true word and insightful contribution. We now have a clear and well-rounded understanding of the audit findings across the key areas, which is production floor, inventory management, quality control, and costing. It's clear that while significant improvements have been made, particularly with the new system, there are still areas for continuous refinement. Before we conclude, may I confirm, are there any additional matters, observation, or recommendation that need to be brought to the table at this point?
Thank you, Ms. Anis. From our end, there are no further issues to raise at this time. We believe that key control areas have been adequately addressed, and the identified areas for improvement are already well within management's capacity to refine. As always, we remain available for any further clarification or support should it be needed during the implementation phase.
Thank you, Aina, and thank you again to all of you for your diligent work and professionalism throughout this process. With no further matters to discuss, I hereby declare this meeting to now adjourn. Thank you all once again for your participation and contribution to this.